Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Selena's killer Yolanda Saldivar denied parole after own family's strange tactic hurt already. Slim chance, expert says. The killer of trailblazing Mexican-American singer Selena Quintanilla has been denied parole, and her family's egregious comments to news outlets may have impacted the outcome, an attorney said. A Texas parole panel voted not to release Yolanda Saldivar, who was the founder of Selena's fan club, 3 decades after the now 64-year-old fatally shot the Tejano icon, 23, in a motel in Corpus Christi on March 31, 1995. In the weeks leading up to the parole board's decision, Saldivar's family advocated for her release in several news interviews. The killer's brother, Armando Saldivar, told Telemundo that his sister did not kill Selena before pleading for her release, saying she'd served her time. "She did not do it, not because she's my sister, but she did not kill Selena," Armando said in Spanish. "She has already done what she had to do, leave her alone. Enough is enough. Enough, let her go." Another family member of Saldivar told the New York Post that Selena was responsible for her killing. "Yolanda knows what she did was wrong and she takes responsibility, but she was confronted," the unidentified relative said. She says that Selena came at her really aggressively. She was so thrown off with how forceful Selena was being, everything happened so fast. If Selena had confronted her differently, this never would have happened. Eric Fatties, a trial attorney at Varner Fatties Elite Legal in Colorado, told the U.S. Sun Saldivar's family statements leading up to her parole hearing impacted her already slim chances at being freed. "These statements from the family hurt her chances at being released," Fatties said. "One thing the parole board is looking at is whether Yolanda is taking responsibility, whether she's showing remorse, and whether she has adeptly appreciated the gravity of her conduct," Fatties said. "Here, she has indicated forever that this was an accident. But the parole board is going to look at that lack of responsibility, and also the facts of the murder in which Yolanda was accused of embezzlement, and so she was sort of taking measures for personal gain." Fatties previously told the U.S. Sun Saldivar's chances at being released on parole were slim to none due to the severity of the case. "When we're talking about a nationally publicized case and the pretty horrendous set of circumstances that led to her incarceration, I think it's very unlikely she'll be released this time around," he told the U.S. Sun before Thursday's ruling was announced. Remembered as the queen of Tejano music, Selena's musical talent, fashion, and songs about heartbreak and new love propelled her to superstardom among the growing Latino population in the U.S. in the 90s, shattering barriers for Latin women in music. Selena emerged at the forefront of the Tejano music boom in the early 1990s with songs like Beady Beady Bom Bom, Amor Prohibido, Si Una Vez, No Me Queda Más, and Tu Solo Tu. However, Selena's life was cut short as she was on the verge of making a breakthrough on an international level, and on the brink of her first Grammy Award win for Best Mexican-American Album in March 1994. On March 31, 1995, Selena traveled to the Days Inn in Corpus Christi, about 2 hours south of San Antonio, to pick up financial documents from Saldivar, who had been fired by the Quintanilla family after being accused of embezzling money. An argument between the two ensued, and as Selena turned away in an attempt to exit the motel room, Saldivar pulled out a .38 caliber revolver and shot her longtime friend in the back. Selena was able to run out of the room. However, witnesses said they saw Saldivar emerge from the door with a gun, aiming at the singer, before saying, "B***." Prosecutors said during the murder trial in October 1995. Selena managed to make it to the motel's lobby, where she collapsed before being transported to the hospital, where she died. A 9-hour standoff between Corpus Christi police and Saldivar ensued after authorities arrived at the Days Inn. Saldivar locked herself in her van and held a gun to her head, claiming she was going to kill herself. "I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to kill anybody," a sobbing Saldivar told police during the standoff. Saldivar, a former nurse, was eventually arrested and charged with first-degree murder. After a 2-week trial, a Houston jury convicted Saldivar in October 1995. Saldivar was sentenced to life in prison, with the possibility of parole after 30 years. On Thursday, a Texas parole panel refused to release Saldivar, citing the violent nature of the killing as the reason for its denial. After a thorough consideration of all available information, which included any confidential interviews, it was the parole panel's determination to deny parole to Yolanda Saldivar and set her next parole review for March 2030, the board said in a statement. The record indicates that the instant offense has elements of brutality, violence, assaultive behavior, or conscious selection of victims' vulnerability, indicating a conscious disregard for the lives, safety, or property of others, such that the offender poses a continuing threat to public safety. Selena's family and Chris Perez, the singer's husband at the time, applauded the Texas Parole Board's decision and thanked fans for their unwavering support. While nothing can bring Selena back, this decision reaffirms that justice continues to stand for the beautiful life that was taken from us and from millions of fans around the world far too soon. The statement from the Quintanilla family and Perez read, "Selena's legacy is one of love, music, and inspiration. She lived with joy, gave selflessly, and continues to uplift generations with her voice and her spirit."